Hey everybody, I'm Erin Musgrave, aka Modern Day Oracle, and today I wanted to do a video talking about energy healing and kind of the basics and how energy healing works, but not only how energy healing works, but how it is that we get sick in general, because your illness and your sickness that you're going through a large percentage of the time actually has something to do with your energy field. And, sickness and illness is so much more than just your lab work that you get from the doctor and just going off of that. And, the majority of the time when you go to a Western medicine doctor and they get your lab results and show you, yeah, you've got this or you've got that. The problem is, they don't know why you got that, and they also don't know how to heal it. But that's because they don't actually understand how illness really forms. And the thing about it is, it's not rocket science. It's actually super easy to figure out and understand a large percentage of the time, not always, but it can actually be super easy to figure out how a lot of our illness is caused. And then when you can figure out how the illness was caused, it's a lot easier to be able to get to the source and heal it. So basically, if your illness didn't develop by poor diet or, dietary factors, which a large percentage of the time that has a big thing to do with it, you have an energy field. We can't see it. There's some people that can see them. I have students that can see people's energy field and their chakras. But your energy field, just imagine you have this invisible energy field, and you have the chakras that are basically like the lungs of your body that breathe in life force energy through your body. Each chakra, you have 7 chakras throughout the body that line all the way down. Each chakra is connected to a very specific set of organs and body parts, right? For instance, to give an example, the heart chakra is connected not only to the heart and cardiovascular system, but the lungs and the immune system as well. The solar plexus chakra above the belly button is your, upper digestive system, your mental processes, and that sort of thing. And so the list goes on. The sacral chakra below the belly button is the lower back and the discs, the reproductive system, and the colon, and so on. And so each chakra, energy vortex, is connected to a very specific set of organs. And then the stresses and traumas and things that we go through in life on a daily basis, that energy, it actually absorbs into the body. The body in the energy field is like an energetic sponge, and that sponge just sucks up all the energy and stresses from everything that we experience and all the people that we meet, and it absorbs into these different chakras. And what's interesting is that very specific types of stresses and types of trauma will actually absorb into almost like get attracted to specific chakras. To give an example, the heart chakra is super susceptible to grief, heartache, loss, abandonment, and that sort of thing, right? Whether it's with family, friends, lovers. And so when you go through something that makes you experience grief, heartache, and loss, it attacks the organs and body parts connected to the heart chakra. And that's the cardiovascular system, the immune system, and the lungs. The majority of the time, whether it's children or adults, if they experience asthma, there's something going on, a heaviness in their heart. And what that kind of shows is how an emotion and a stress that we experience will absorb into the physical body and then manifest into a very specific illness or disease, which is why Western medicine, a large percentage of the time, can't do anything for you, because that disease and issue developed through a stress, a trauma, and an emotion that we experienced. With the sacral chakra, which is below your belly button, that is the emotional center of the body. And so when we experience things in life, especially really traumatic stuff, that makes us emotional, angry, aggressive, that sort of thing, that energy absorbs into the sacral chakra and then attacks the lower back, the discs, the female reproductive system, the lower intestines. And so to give an example, a large percentage of the time when, let's say, women have trouble with conception or endometriosis, ovarian cysts, fibroids, really heavy periods, that is typically a sign that there is too much emotion building up in the sacral chakra. You could say being overly emotional or just kind of emotionally imbalanced, right? And so when too much fire builds up in there in the sacral chakra, then those issues with the reproductive system and whatnot, like I said, endometriosis, ovarian cysts, heavy periods, lower back pain in the discs and stuff like that, that's a sign that there is something going on emotionally. And so it can, with the sacral chakra, there's always got to be a balance. That doesn't mean that if you're a non-emotional person that you're in the clear, because it's actually super healthy to experience emotions. We need to. We just have to do it in a balanced way. If you suppress your emotions and you kind of like run from emotions and have fear of emotions, so you will suppress them, they actually absorb specifically into the colon. And so colon issues and even colon cancer are typically signs that this particular person, for whatever reason, didn't feel or was afraid to express emotions and held them in. And so when we can kind of see things in that way, that each specific illness that we experience, a large percentage of the time, not always, but a large percentage of the time, kind of developed from some specific stress or trauma that we were experiencing. And then that energy starts to absorb into a specific chakra, and then for whatever reason chooses a specific body part or organ, and an illness and disease starts to develop. And so the question is, well, okay, so let's say that I'm able to kind of like see that I have a specific illness. Let's say it's asthma, okay, and just keep it simple with the heart chakra and say, okay, I've got asthma. And yeah, I can think of a time when I was younger, when the asthma started, things that I was going through that could have been, traumatizing for me to develop this, right? So you kind of see the source of the problem. So then the question is, well, how do we heal that? And well, there is no just simple answer to that question, because healing comes in layers. And I do not believe that there is just one single way of healing that is going to heal everything for us. And a lot of times we've got to find multiple modalities of healing. But energy healing is something where you use the life force energy that flows through your body, and you use it you send the energy to the your chakras. They absorb into the chakras. And this is, things that I teach in my classes. But basically, when you use energy healing and as well as other modalities of natural healing, you're trying to heal the energy field. And you use the energy to go into the energy field and what they call like releasing blockages, because all that, I call it the junk and the sludge that we absorb from everything and everyone, it gets stuck in there in the body, kind of like cholesterol does, right? And so that is kind of what energy healing does, as well as like modalities like EFT tapping, Tai Chi and things like that, yoga, allow energy blockages to move and release from the body. And it's when these energy blockages move and release and actually purge out of the body, that's when the body is able to start healing itself. The body actually is designed and made to heal itself naturally on its own. But the problem is when we have so much energetic sludge and blockage that's built up, the body loses the ability to be able to heal itself. And so when you start using energy healing, incorporating that into your like daily practice, you're keep preventing these energy blockages from building up in the body. When you remove these energy blockages, it's almost like the body can breathe again, and it can start to function again, and it can start to go and heal these issues that we experience. I got into energy healing 9 years ago. I had been bedridden for over 7 years from 2 muscle diseases, fibromyalgia and undifferentiated connective tissue disease. I was in such excruciating pain for so long. And it wasn't until I found energy healing, within 30 days, I was off all my prescription medications that I was taking for the muscle disease. And I had to take prescription pain medication. And, I just had enough. And the universe somehow led me to energy healing. I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't a spiritual person. But I took classes and I started doing the energy healing on myself every single day. And within 30 days, I got off all the prescriptions. And that is when I finally started to go off and do things with my life. But I had to use the energy healing to help the blockages get out. And then once the blockage is released and purged out of my system, the body just starts being able to heal itself and go back to normal. It's quite miraculous. And there's tons of stories out there of people that, like me, that have experienced it and what it's like to get rid of illnesses, chronic pain in the body, just through doing healing sessions. And so keep that in mind if you're struggling with illness, sickness, that, if you're tired of all the doctors saying, we don't know why you get sick with these issues, just know that they don't understand, they weren't taught, and that most likely your illness is rooted to some type of stress or traumas that you experienced in life. It's all absorbed into the body, and your body just needs help releasing it and letting it out. And energy healing is an excellent place to start for starting to heal those issues. I do private online energy healing classes, like over video. I also do have a video class that people can stream and watch at their own leisure. And I do distance energy healing sessions as well. You can go to moderndayoracle.com if you would like to find out more information. And thank you, everybody, for watching this video. I'm very grateful for everybody that enjoys my videos. So thank you so much. Peace and love.